6 new lawsuits dropped, but Hollywood is running scared over all these scandals. And now Kanye West has been dragged into it as well. Kim and I are here to break it all down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm here with It's Kim. We were live going through the 6 new lawsuits. We actually read through them all. So if you want to become a member, you can go ahead over and check that out as we detailed all the details there. We did a video this morning summarizing it, and the summary really still sort of stands. It's some horrific allegations, right, Kim? I mean, overall, it's not a good look. But it doesn't offer a ton of evidence, and so I'm just worried, will they be able to prove this in court? It's easy to believe it all now, given what we've learned about Diddy and the tapes, but again, due process is key. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, even a monster like Diddy. So I'm hoping we'll see more, but Kim, as you said, right, you just think there's probably more they're holding back on, correct?
I would hope they're not showing all of their cards at this point. I don't think that would be a wise decision, but it definitely sounds like Tony Busby has decided to take these 120 cases for a reason. He did say, I believe at the press conference, that they had over 3,000 calls and were only moving forward with these 100 plus cases. So clearly there has been a level of, how do I word this?
Seriousness.
There's been requirements. There's been requirements, and they have been vetted, and they're moving forward. So I guess we will see as time goes on.
There's also now a lawsuit with Kanye, and this lawsuit against Kanye is pretty extreme, pretty long, hard to be able to get through it all. In fact, we didn't even get to it, but it's with his former assistant, Lauren Pisodia. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Versus, a lot of other people, including Kanye and his business entities, etc. As you can see, some of these complaints here, it's a lot of complaints. There's 17 complaints currently there, and serious allegations, salacious accusations, stuff about wanting to do her mom and showing Kanye's
his wife's
mom. It gets really weird, ugly, and again, 2 incidences of him sort of having his way against her and using the same sort of substance trick that Diddy did, and
at
one
of
those
studio session
happening at a studio session of Diddy. So they're starting to get connected, and it sort of comes to this whole, look, everybody is running scared. Everybody's staying quiet. They're zipping their lips, as this says, because they don't want to be brought in and dragged into court. And so everybody's being looked at again, anybody who had a relationship with Diddy. And I said this also during the live, like it's pretty discouraging to see that no Hollywood stars had the guts to sort of come forward and not necessarily completely throw Diddy under the bus, but acknowledge the stuff we've already seen and the worries and the horrific allegations. There's a way to still defend your friend. I had no idea all this stuff for all these years, but now seeing some of these allegations in the tape, I am dismayed. This is not the Sean Combs I ever knew, and I don't associate with it. I hope it's proven to be false and blah, blah, but I stand with the victims. Right, Kim? There are ways to play both sides of this and still come out of it and be smart. But instead of doing anything smart from that perspective and trying to get ahead of it and disowning him, they're all just sort of staying quiet, hoping it's going to go away, like so many other powerful Hollywood people, like it's done. And that's pretty troubling. And I did allude to this early in the show, and I'm going to do it again. We've been getting tipped off from a lot of credible and serious people. They've been coming forward, giving me information. We are not at liberty to share this information because it would, I think, be morally, ethically, and legally pretty dangerous of us to do so. But yes, from what I'm gathering from seemingly credible sources, there are Hollywood celebrities on some of these tapes that are nervous, and that should be nervous. There's also some that didn't really know what was going on, and I don't know who's really the victim in all this. So there's a lot of stuff still that needs to be sorted out. And even though we've been given names and stuff and sources coming to us, I don't feel comfortable coming forward and reporting on this yet, because I don't even know how involved some of these people were. So that's where all this is just getting a lot more complicated, and why I'm even more frustrated that some of these people aren't saying anything. The silence is deafening. And when we look back at sort of the Kanye and Diddy of it all, we were talking about during our live, and it made me remember these text messages back in the day where these two have had a lot of war awards. They were friends for a while, they weren't. And then as Kanye basically blew up his entire world and said, nobody can stop me, which some still sort of respect him for, many have sort of signed him off and don't support him anymore. There was a phase, though, where Diddy came against Kanye and was sort of saying enough. It was all over the White Lives Matter shirt. That was the line for Kanye. I'm sorry, for Diddy to come back. And at this point, if you remember these Instagram posts, Kanye started posting his texts with Puffy. I didn't like this is Kanye writing Puffy. I didn't like our convo. I'm selling these teas. Nobody can get in business between my business and money. This is my grandfather texting you now. Never call me with no BS like that again, unless you're ready to green light me. Because anybody who got on that tea is me. Out of respect for everything you've meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil. But now I know I've hurt people I love with threats. Come do something illegal to me now, please. This all reads very different and weird now, knowing everything we know. And to me, as we read these texts, implies Kanye knows plenty on Diddy and is kind of basically saying, bring it. Please let me start revealing the truth, is how I read this. Now, it doesn't mean Kanye is innocent at all, but it clearly almost sounds like Kanye is ready to drop it all out. This, again, he posted this. This is why I'm the leader. I just made both these guys my security because anything happened to me, y'all, the top suspects. I'll be selling these White Lives Matter teas later today. Taunting Diddy again. Come at me. Come at me. Here were some more. Puffy writing, as soon as I land, we'll meet in face-to-face. Send me an address. Blur, you a Fed. Again, Kim, now looking at that now, was he protected before? What was going on? There was always talk of that. Now the feds are at his door. What's happening? Kanye hasn't said anything recently. Puffy trying again, send me an address. Let's stop playing these internet games and don't feel threatened. You'll be fine. Just love. Again, now this is Diddy's new persona. I'm not mad, angry Diddy. I'm now brother love. He did all this to change the persona as all the heat was coming, and nobody's buying that. And clearly, Kanye was feeling threatened by Diddy because Diddy's been threatening a lot of people. Kanye responded, allegedly. This ain't a game. I'm going to use this as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now gone get you some business. Again, this reads like a threat. You really want to come at me and tell me what I can do? Because I can destroy your whole game. All those Jewish people defending you. Oh, yeah, wait till they hear about you. Like, this is all just like, why does he keep bringing in Jewish people? I agree, but it's all unhinged. But he's still like trying to use he's using his anti-Semitism almost to throw it back. Like, they're not going to believe this. None of this reads well. Puffy, that I'm just trying to talk to you as a black man, and I'm talking to you because this is hurting our people. Stop. Anything you text, I will post. I love you, and you guys are breaking my heart. I accept your apology in advance. When you look back at those texts now, it changes my mind a little bit. It makes me think Kanye knows. Kanye's complicit. Kanye's aware. When you look at this, do you feel a certain way, Kim? What do you think?
No, I see two unhinged men with huge egos. That's what I see. I see two unhinged men with huge egos that are ready to just yell at each other because they want their way.
So you don't think Kanye's got anything on Diddy?
Oh, I think Kanye probably knows because we think everybody knew for the most parts. People knew some stuff, right? People knew some weird stuff was going on. Who knows who knew what? That's very hard to assume. But yeah, I don't really pick a team in this. I am team no one. It's uncomfortable.
It's a tough one. I will say Kanye made better music. It's the only point I can sort of accept. But yeah, I don't like either of these individuals very much. Now, granted, I haven't seen Kanye, do a Cassie video, but he's said a lot of hateful and hurtful things over the years. So I don't like him either, to be clear. But what I really don't like is this also just came in while we were live, which is Diddy exploiting his own children to try to use as shields and props to make himself look like a better father. This poor little girl who we shouldn't be reporting on. I have no interest in reporting on this I guess it's Love Combs. Gorgeous child. I feel for this child so much that her dad is who his dad is because he's now using her as a prop to showcase again. Look how good a dad I am. I don't deserve to be in jail. I got a kid at home. Yada, yada, yada. And I just find this so disgusting and disrespectful. Now, he kept comments on in the beginning, and I even got a comment in there, and I could see horrific comments. But while we were live, it looks like he did turn those off. Thank God. Because again, Kim, this brings in such hate, attention. It puts his own kid in the target hairs, the crosshairs rather. And it's just like, it's so unnecessary. This is not the time to be trying to paint yourself as father of the year. And I don't care how cute your kid is. This is just a bad look. And as a father, I'm just offended that he's allowing his child to be put in the mix on this. Do you share the frustration here?
Yeah, I honestly I feel bad for her, for Love the child because she doesn't deserve this. And clearly she's not at an age where she can consent to being used as a social media pawn the way that I believe she is currently being used. It is a choice. It's a choice that Diddy's team probably has made. I don't think it was Diddy himself posting it. I hope not. I hope he doesn't have Instagram in prison. But I guess we will see where things go, but it does seem like this has been something that Diddy has done in the past with using photos of his children on his social media, almost like as a shield, um, to protect himself, which is pretty disgusting in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very troubling to me. It's very frustrating to see. I don't like it. Again, more stuff he's doing that just makes me dislike him even more. And you go to his profile, it's just that's all it is, his kids.
Yep.
And look, I get it. Even a monster's gonna love his kids, whatever. But this is not the time and the place. You don't want to put targets on your kids right now and be using them in this way as the only thing on your profile. It's so troubling to me and such a bad father thing to do. Your job is to protect them, not have them be marks right now for people to comment on and post and use. You don't get to use them as props, especially when your whole icon is that.
Yeah.
I'm a savage! Oh!
He's like proud of it.
Savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get it! Whatever I want, I have to get it!
He's just so clueless and
head
it's
hurts.
disgusting. That's the image from that video. He's a savage while he gets whatever he wants. He's just going to throw his kids up there no matter what the cost is. So again, this is the power and the control that clearly is making these Hollywood celebrities, I think, keep their mouth closed because they still probably don't trust that he's going to stay there, that he's not going to have somebody else to come after them. He's got evidence on them. So many people complicit on this, whether they knew or not, or whether they were doing anything illegal or not, probably partaking in adult activities that they don't want out there and to be made fun of about. So he's got everybody sort of just waiting there going, and it's scary, man. So to see all these lawsuits come in again, it's hard to know what's factual. We weren't there. Not a lot of evidence shared, but again, these are early stages. We're hoping Busby here and the attorney knows, is clearly holding on to things to make sure that these cases are more winnable. But more and more coming. We're gonna get 120 of these, Kim. We're gonna have to break them all down, which we will. We're working on a Diddy legal database that we'll be be able to access ourselves, as well as hopefully give something to you guys as well. It's part of our community so we can keep track as we move forward with all this. But there's a lot coming in. There's a lot to break down. Kim, final thoughts on this as we wrap up the show?
I am happy that we are starting to get some more information and that these victims are able to speak. I hope that justice is served. I'm open to listening to both sides. And I think we are in for a wild ride over these next few weeks as more of these cases come out.
Indeed. Make sure you support It's Kim if you haven't already on YouTube. Go subscribe. In fact, we're going to be live over there next. So come join us. You might be able to catch that or check it out if you missed it. We got so much more coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here it is. Hit the bell for alerts afterwards. Make sure you hit all. Smash that like button to hear and Kim's channel and leave your comments down below. We got a lot more coming for you here in the live. Don't go anywhere. But if you're watching on the replay, hit that sub. Go subscribe to Kim. And thank you guys so much for watching.